All right, guys, so now it's time to work on the content area. So let's get started. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to come here to the content area and we're going to put in a section called button. So let's say button, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in here class button, and maybe here we put in buttons. Okay, so for this one I'm gonna say primary, this like from Bootstrap, primary button. Okay, and I'm gonna say hire me. Okay, save that, and then what we're going to do, we're gonna look at this. Okay, so that's fine, hire me. Okay, the next thing that we want to do, we want to create another box that's gonna say about me, and that's where we're gonna put in your paragraph where you're gonna talk about yourself, right? So let's come down here, put in div class buttons, no not buttons, about me, about container, or let's say container about. Okay, container about, and then now in here we're gonna put in like a h2 about me, and then we're gonna put in a paragraph, and we're gonna put in lorem ipsum, and you guys fill it in with whatever you guys want to say to the world. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to come down here and create a area for social media. So we're gonna say div class social media. Okay, and then we're gonna put in div class, let's say I don't know, should I put in social, and put in, let's say, the logo, div class logo, and then whatever the logo is, and then here we're gonna put in div class, let's say stats. Okay, so let's say you have 1,000 followers. Save that, and you know what, I'm gonna put this in its own span. Put it like that. Okay, and there we go. So for this one I'm gonna say have multiple ones, right? So this one, I say Twitter, let's say Twitter, Instagram, and this other one, what was it? Twitter, Instagram, let's put in GitHub. Okay, and pretty much it. And maybe if you have a YouTube, you can put in YouTube. Save that. Okay, there we go. Now the next thing that we want to do, okay, we got hire me, about me, Twitter, So let's get to the CSS. Let's start with the buttons on top. Okay, so what's it? Content area, buttons. I don't know, I don't like that name, buttons. Let's just say higher status. Okay, higher status. Okay, and let's make this actually a link. So instead of a div, higher status, href, and that's gonna take you to the contact me, or the contact.html. You guys could change that later on to however you want it. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do, go back to our styles. Scroll down. Come down here. We got higher status. Okay. Display flex. Okay, display flex. Flex direction. Let's say, do we have it in column? Put in, I think row would be fine. Let's see. Error. So let's see what's going on. Scroll down. There's an error somewhere here. Press Control C, npm run watch. Run it one more time. Let's see what's going on. Okay, refresh. Everything is working. It's a little bug. Okay. Okay, let's say flex was a justify content or align items. Flex end. I think that's the one. Sometimes I'll be forgetting this, the syntax. So let's see. Justify content, flex end. Okay. And that's why it's good to have the documentation nearby. All right, cool. So it's not that one, it's this one. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, so we have at the end. Now what I want to do is I want to put in a padding around the content area. So padding of, let's say, 40 pixels all around. Okay, let that refresh. All right, that's fine. Now for this higher status, let's come here and what was it? Button or primary button. Let's say background. Okay, and the background color, I'll tell you right now, we're gonna do like a little light blue. So put this in, save. Okay, let that refresh. There you go. Okay, we're gonna say text decoration, none. So we don't want no underline. So text decoration, none. Padding, let's say 10 pixels, top and bottom, 20 pixels to left and right. Okay. Now let's come here, put in border radius. Let's say 30% or 30, let's say 30 pixels for now. Save that. All right. Now the next thing that we want to do, we're going to also put in like a box shadow on this, like a little bluish box shadow. Okay, so to do that, let's just get the gradient box shadow generator. Okay, because it's always good to see it physically or virtually. Okay, get your little box shadows in to play around with it. So let's say the box shadow is gonna be the color of this. Okay, now we're gonna put everything at 0. Okay, vertical length at 10, that's fine. Blur radius, that's fine. Opacity right there, I think that's fine. So let's copy this. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Okay, come back here. And this is when we come here and we start playing around with this. Inspect. Okay, let's see the box shadow. Okay. Bring this. Okay. Vertically is fine. I think the opacity needs to be a little bit up. Okay, so that's where it's at right there. Okay, let's move this up a little bit. Okay, sometimes you gotta play around with these things. Let's say at 0.50. Okay, so let's, oops, put that at 0, select all, copy it, and let's come here and paste this in. So it's like a little subtle shadow. You don't want it to be too much. Now, we're also gonna make this color white. Save that. Font weight, let's say 500. Font size, say 1.1 rem. Save that. Okay. Now let's also say text transform, say uppercase. Okay. And let's make it a little bit smaller, the font. 0.9 rem. Because we want it to look clean, nice and clean. Okay, and then now let's come down here and on this higher status, let's make sure that there's a padding, or let's say margin bottom, let's say 50 pixels. Like have some nice space between the button and whatever's over here, which is our about me section. Okay, cool. Come down here, and that's fine. All right, now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna work on the about me section. So to do this, let's come back here, let's look at the classes that we have. We have container about. Okay, so let's scroll down after higher status down here. Okay, so we got content area. Okay, so down here we're seeing inside of the content area there's container about. Okay, container about, and here we're gonna say background white. Okay, we're gonna say background white. Then we're going to also say border radius 4 pixels. Border radius 4 pixels. Then inside of here we got an H2. We're gonna say font size, say 1.6 rem. Okay, text transform, capitalized, font weight, let's say 600. Save that. Okay, there we go. So that's sort of what we want. Now we're gonna put a padding all around this padding 40 pixels all around. I think what we used before, padding 40 pixels. So yeah, on this one we're gonna do a padding 40 pixels, same thing. Then we're gonna come here, give me a second. All right, and then now we're going to come here and change the text. So let's say for the H2, let's say color, the color is going to be like a darkish purple, which is this one. Then for the paragraphs, we're gonna copy the same thing. We're gonna say paragraph HP. Paragraph, we're gonna say like that, and we're gonna put in like a lighter purplish color. Okay, font size, let's just leave it at 1 rem. Okay, let's say line height 2. Okay, save that. See where that goes. Okay, pretty much what I wanted. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the weight to 400. Okay, then from there we're gonna come here and let me see. So we got H2. The H2 we gotta put in a margin, make it move down. So let's say margin 40 pixels. Okay, it looks nice and clean, right? I like it. I like it how it's coming out. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do, okay, we're gonna put in like, let's say there's 2 paragraphs. Okay, so let's copy this. And I would definitely recommend you guys to write at least like 2 paragraphs there, right? Also too, for the paragraphs, let's put in a margin bottom of 20 pixels. Okay, there you go. And then now what we're going to do is we're gonna come here and work on the social media in the next video. So I'm gonna leave that for later, but for now I'm gonna come in and give this a little margin bottom on this container. So let's say container about margin bottom, let's say 40 pixels. So it could be consistent. Just we having 40 pixels all around everywhere. So it's 40 here, 40 here, 40 here, 40 inside of this. Okay, so we basically have 40 pixels all around everywhere. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're gonna put a little shadow on this. So to put the shadow, we're gonna take that color we put in on the paragraph, right? We're gonna copy this and let's go to this box shadow. Okay, let's take this from here, paste this here. No, I don't even know if that's the one. Let me see. No, that's not the one. Copy this. Okay. Okay, there you go. Now let's see how this looks if we copy this from here to here. Let's see how it looks. We're definitely gonna have to tweak it, but there's nothing wrong with taking a look, right? Okay, save that. Come down here. All right, now it's a little bit too much. So what we want to do is we want to change the opacity on this. So let's see, inspect. Okay, so we are inspecting this content area. We are inspecting the container about, and then from here we're gonna play around with this. We're gonna change the opacity. Okay, so now let's copy this. Let's paste it here. Okay, let's see how that looks. All right, cool. Now, the last thing that we want to do is kind of make sure that this box shadow is not so big. So let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, content area, container about. Okay, so this is the vertical. This is the one that shows the size of it. So okay, so let me see, like that. See if that works. Now, I mean, it does sort of work, but I'm gonna refresh it to see exactly how it was, because this is what I want. I want it to look like that, but not so dark. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the opacity here. Okay, this is the problem with this thing. You can't really scroll on this, so because then it goes by ones. So you got to put in, like, say a 33. I think a 33 works. So let's go back down here, change this to 33. Save that. Now some people probably watching this and they're like, man, Joe, you putting too much time into the details. And it's like, yeah, bro, like the details is what makes a website look good. Like if you don't put into the time into the details, like your website's gonna look horrible. Okay, so there you go, guys. This is what we have so far. So in the next video, we're gonna work on the social media parts. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, if you like this content, make sure you subscribe to my website, codingphase.com. Literally, you get, you know, over 30 courses, man. Like, I don't even know how to say this to you guys. Like, over 30 courses of everything that you're gonna need to become a developer and to get a job. A whole bunch of real projects. Like, we're not teaching you like BS out here. We're giving you real projects, real legit things, man. Original price, if you was to buy each one of them, over $1,000, right? And then from there we have just a monthly plan, guys. Just you know, sign up to a subscription and you cancel at any moment, right? And at the same time, you could do a yearly and you could do a lifetime access. And like I said, if you click on the description, you're gonna get a very good discount. Okay, so check the description for a link. I'll see you guys later. Bye.